Hello, this is Pastor Lauren Richmond of East Denver Bible Baptist Church. Welcome to our Lead Me to the Rock broadcast tonight. This week we are studying spiritual discipline, and we are going to be teaching that on Sunday, and each day of the week we'll be sharing some illustrations and some things that might be helpful in our Christian life. I'm going to read to you tonight from 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 to 27. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the master is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly, so fight I, not as one that beateth the air. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. You know, I remember years ago back in New York City, it was a cold, very bitterly cold winter day on a Saturday in February. And if you know anything about the East Coast, those February mornings can be very cold and very bitter and very gusty winds. And I could just hear the wind just gusting and blowing hard outside where I was sleeping. And I was tempted to, I had decided I was going to run a 2-mile race in Flushing Meadow Park on a Saturday morning. I was tempted to stay in bed, but I said, no, I got to get up and go. And it was so cold that I took a ski mask and got down there to the race. And as I looked around, there weren't very many people there. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, hey, you've actually got a chance in this race. There's not that many runners. And so I got feeling better about it. Of course, I knew I still had to go out and do the race, but then all of a sudden, just before the race, some of the younger guys showed up, and I said, oh, well, it was a good thought, but I'll just do the best I can. And so we started out. It was a 1-mile loop, running it twice. And so as we started out, I raced out to the lead, but then this guy quickly ran by me, and I figured he was going to run away with it. So I said, well, I'll just try to hang on for second place. But I noticed when we ran for a while that after he initially went by me, he didn't increase the distance, and so I began to hang tight to him, and as we finished the first loop and started on the second, he still hadn't run away from me. So at that point I decided to go for it, and I went racing by him, and I thought, I've just got to hang on. I was half expecting that he'd wait toward the finish and then he'd come blowing back by me again, but I hung on hard and worked determined to get to that finish line, and lo and behold, I ended up winning that race. He never came back. And it was a thrill to be able to get the medal at the end, to know that you were the winner. It wouldn't have done me any good if I thought how great it would be to win the race if I decided to stay in bed that morning. I had to get out and exercise the discipline to make the effort. And that's the way it is in the Christian life too. We can have plans, but we have to actually execute. So I would like you to think, what kind of plans do you have about your life spiritually? What would you like to accomplish? Not only in the spiritual realm, but in your life. What kind of things do you desire to do and accomplish? What kind of goals have you set? Well, just make a determination and then decide, what am I going to do? A couple of things I've been doing during this coronavirus time is I've made up a goal to memorize Scripture every day, and I've been able to do it. I think it's something like 27 days in a row, so I feel good. I still have to do it today, so I have to just determine I've got to set this time apart and work on it. The other thing is I try to read in the Psalms and Proverbs every day, and if you read 5 Psalms a day, you can read through the book in a month, and that helps you with your praise to God. And then, of course, 1 proverb in a month, you can read it through. One day you read 2 chapters, and that helps you with wisdom. So those are a couple things that I'm working on. So you think about what you might do, and we'll be talking about this all week long. So let's exercise our faith and do the things that God will enable us to do, that our life might be blessed. Have a wonderful night.